The 1.5 TSI engine belongs to the EA211 family and it was first introduced in 2014. The company has been using these engines in almost all kinds of models, starting with the Polo and up to the Passat, Touran or even Arteon. Also Audi, Seat and Skoda models have been using this engine heavily, and now it's one of the most widespread modern generation engines in Volkswagen's lineup. Even though the TSI type of engines got a lot of hatred when they first appeared about 20 years ago, now they are considered quite reliable, very economical, efficient and basically non-problematic engines. The 1.5 TSI is also available as the mild hybrid engine 1.5 eTSI and it utilizes the same base, so everything in this video will cover that hybrid version too. Please keep in mind that I will focus on common problems, so the video may seem a little negative, but I personally think that the 1.5 TSI engine is quite good and only has several drawbacks that owners just need to know about. First of all, starting from the very beginning of its life and up to model year 2024, these engines had a very disturbing feature known as the Kangaroo effect. It appeared to torture owners of cars with manual transmissions. Once you start driving in the first gear, the engine may suddenly lower RPMs and nearly stall, but then everything comes back to normal. It seems like you are a bad driver and it may be quite embarrassing at times. Fortunately, the most recent updates seem to have finally fixed this issue, but if you still experience it, try releasing the clutch pedal completely before you start pressing the gas pedal. This should help a lot. The compression ratio of 12.5 to 1 is not typical for petrol engines, so I believe using low-octane fuel is not an option. European classification octane number 95 or higher is recommended by the manufacturer, but owners admit that 98 petrol works well, while anything lower than that may cause slight knocking and loss of power. Also, these engines are able to deactivate two of the cylinders, shifting one of the camshafts to another position. The system looks quite good, but experts still don't know if it's going to last long enough. For now, there haven't been any serious problems with the cylinder deactivation system, so I believe it's never going to be a serious problem. The engine uses a variable geometry turbocharger, which is also not that typical for petrol engines, and I know about some cases when these turbos failed and required replacement, but I wouldn't say the problem is very common. The engine is equipped with the timing belt and the service requirements are very tangled. In the first generation of the 1.5 TSI engine, Volkswagen recommended cam belt replacement once every 5 years or 140,000 miles or 225,000 kilometers. After updates in 2023, the engine has two types of recommendations: no requirements for belt replacement or changing once every 15 years or 180,000 miles, 300,000 kilometers. Basically, the belt is considered for the entire lifespan of the engine, but I would replace it at 150k miles anyway if I wanted to drive this car for long enough. This is a simple dry belt system, but it's not very cheap to replace, and there is no evidence that the belt is problematic, so no need to replace it once every 5 years. Other than that, there is a common issue of oil consumption after the engine hits 100,000 miles or 150,000 kilometers, so high mileage engines will need to be checked for oil level regularly. I can tell you that even though I'm not that into Volkswagen cars and technologies, this 1.5 TSI engine seems to be a great machine. The company learned its lessons with the early 1.4 TSI mistakes and made a significantly better engine. I hope this video was helpful, and I also hope that you will write in the comments about your experience with these engines.